What's up, Diamonds? It's your boy, Christopher Doc Reed, your favorite relationship and life coach out here. One more again, trying to tell you what your father didn't tell you and your mother didn't know. Let's get into it. So, there are many of you out here who have, I would say, somehow blindly gone into relationships, trusting um, the person, giving your all. And when it didn't work out, the person, just totally took your trust, totally took your love, stepped all over it. You put up this guard and this shield around your heart. Okay. Now, let me say this. Should the person have done that? No. Okay. Should they have been more responsible? Yes. But the reality is, after this has happened to you over and over and over and over and over and over again, you said, listen, I can't take this anymore. The idea of being hurt absolutely terrifies you. And now you're guarded. Okay. No one can get in. But here's the dichotomy: you still yearn for love. You still have a deep desire to be in a loving relationship. This is almost like you had a bad experience with a food or with food, and now you don't want to eat again, but you're hungry. Okay. So this is kind of a challenging situation, to say the least. And it makes you emotionally unavailable. Okay. Because you're always waiting for the other shoe to drop. So when you're in a relationship, you're not all the way in. You know what I mean? You've been conditioned to expect disappointment. You're ready to run. First sign of trouble, you're out of here. Or you have such high, I would say, extreme requirements, okay, that you require, extreme evidence, meaning the person can't make any mistakes whatsoever. Okay, which is not realistic. But for you, you're just trying to guarantee some way that I'm not going to get hurt again. I say that, if you're a detective, you plant, evidence at the scene of the crime. You know what I mean? You inspect the crime scene. You don't see anything. Oh, wait a minute. Here's a glove. Hey, I found something. Okay, so now you have an excuse not to put your heart all the way into the situation. But what this really does, it leaves you really being emotionally isolated and alone. Okay, and you will not let anyone in. And maybe there have been some men who have told you, you won't let me in. Why won't you let me in? And the idea of it, it just terrifies you. To pull it simply, just terrifies you. Well, here's what needs to happen. You need to heal your heart. But in order for that to happen, you have to identify what is the real problem here. Okay, is love the real problem? I don't think so. Are relationships in and of themselves the real problem? Nah. The real problem is, why were you giving that way in the beginning? Okay. And oftentimes what happens is, if you've had a caretaker personality, or you're an empath, okay, or you're just a diehard giver, many times you gave in order to receive, or in order to prevent something from happening. What do you mean, Doc? I mean that you said to yourself, if I give, then maybe it means that I will not get hurt. I will not be rejected. I will not be abandoned. Okay. Because maybe something happened a long time ago where this was the result, and you felt like, well, if I do what people want me to do, I become this people pleaser, so to speak. I can guarantee myself on some level that people will not leave me, won't do me wrong. And we know that this doesn't happen. This is not a guaranteed plan to prevent that from happening. And what you did is, you ended up giving with no requirements whatsoever. Okay, scripture says this, that you have to rightly divide the word of truth. What does that mean? You have to get in the situation, each situation for yourself, and determine what's true, what's real, and what's false. Okay, what are we not going to deal with and not accept? Okay, it's not all the same. Think of it about like this: if you got bit by a dog, okay, when you were little, but you went up to the dog talking about, hey, come here, come here. Yeah, and the dog is foaming at the mouth. The dog looks mangy. It looks crazy, and it's snarling. And you're like, yeah, come here. And it bites you. Now you're scared of all dogs. You won't even deal with puppies. Okay. You see a puppy, you're running. Well, puppies aren't going to hurt you, but this is essentially what you've done. You've put all dogs, no pun intended, in the same category. You know what I'm saying? And now here's the deal. Here's the reality, what you got to know. You cannot expect, or you can't accept love with a closed heart. It just can't happen. Okay? Now, love is open to you. You got to understand this. Love is always open to you, but are you open to love? Okay. So, like I said, the very thing that you desire, you may be pushing away. So, let me ask you this. Are you indeed guarded? Are you walled up? Are you trapped behind this concrete fortress that no one can get in emotionally? Okay. And does the idea of being hurt just absolutely scare you and terrify you to death? All right. But at the same time, do you yearn for love? Do you say to yourself, man, I really want somebody that's special in my life, somebody I can spend time with, somebody I take trips with, somebody, I mean, not just anybody, but somebody that I really care about, that cares about me. If you need help with this, if you need help opening your heart, okay, just take the very first simple step. All right. This is easy peasy. Go to my website, schedule a 30-minute free consultation. Okay. And you'll see that red button up there. Just easily click it. No problem. Issue. That's just the first step. Nothing big. We're not jumping off the cliff, no. Very simple. All right. So that we can see how coaching can help you, how I can put a plan together for you to help you with this. All right. Because being isolated, being locked away, just to prevent yourself from being hurt, that's not living. That's just existing. And a lot of time can pass with you not being able to have what you really want, which is a loving relationship. Okay. Now, also, many of you know that I'm doing another empath group December 14th. Y'all have asked me about it. I'm only accepting 10 women, and you may be like one of the women that I just described in this video today, where you've given and given and given and given, obviously as an empath, and then you got to the point where you've gotten hurt and now you're like, okay, I can't do it anymore. I'm terrified. Whatever the case may be. If you're also in a relationship with a narcissist and you're trying to get over that, we're going to be dealing with that, getting unstuck. If you are in a trauma bond situation, we're going to be talking about how to break free of this trauma bond addiction, how to set proper boundaries, all of this that we're going to get into for 3 months. All right. So if you want to be a part of this, please, okay, go to my website, christopherreed.org, schedule your free 30-minute consultation. Okay. Or just send me a message. Okay. Say, Doc, I want to be one of the 10 ladies that you're going to put in the empath group. And then, I can find out if your situation meets the criteria for the group. All right. Also join me tonight and every Wednesday night where I do my live Facebook chat with the ladies. I pick a topic that, ladies, I know is important to you. Like tonight, we're going to be talking about how do you go from a doormat to a door prize? Okay. Many of you have allowed yourself to just be a doormat, to be walked on, not realizing that you are the prize. It's a different mindset. It's a different way of approaching a relationship. Okay. Also, if you like these, and that's 9:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in the Facebook group. Go to my website and you find out there how to join the group. All right. Also, subscribe to my videos. If you like what I'm doing, if you find the information useful, make sure you subscribe. So listen, I got to get out of here. Listen, remember, love is looking for you, but you got to be open to love. All right. I'm out of here. Peace.